10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Utkarsh Tandon, and I welcome you all once again to this interactive post-match analysis session. And what a day of IPL we had! Not a game, but what a day! As we had three super overs in a day. Means we in the past we didn't even had two super overs a day. We had three super overs a day, in which out of which two we had in the same match between Mumbai and Kings 11 Punjab. So now, without taking much of the time, I'll quickly add our expert, Mr. Shirish Nadkarni, sir, as it's too late. So, hello, sir. How are you?
Hi. Oh, I'm still catching my breath after those two super overs in the Kings 11 Punjab and Mumbai Indians game. But it happened exactly as I had predicted yesterday. I felt that Mumbai Indians lacked the hunger and Kings 11 Punjab had tremendous hunger. And they showed it. I think Mumbai made so many tactical mistakes, especially in the first super over by sending Rohit Sharma and Quinton de Kock instead of Kieran Pollard. Pollard and Hardik should have been the pair that should have gone into the first super over.
Yeah.
Well, these things happen. Like I said, the hungrier side won, and it's thrown the qualification table again wide open.
Yes, and see, bottom feeders were against the top team, and we had such a stiff contest that we actually went into the super over 2.0. So, and it's not we are seeing it here. We saw the trailer in this right in the second game of the IPL when we had a super over, and now today we are seeing the full picture of the trailer.
So, can you offhand tell me how many super overs we've had in this IPL so far? Come on, let's see.
3, 4, 5. I think 5.
Are you sure?
Think 5. Yeah, in my view, because second match, then after that, I think in between we had 1, and today we had 3.
Yeah.
So
right.
5 to 6. 5. I think.
was trying to trip you up because I thought you would say 6. But yes, there were 2 before this, and today we had 3.
Yeah.
All on the same day. Hello, Ayushi.
Sir,
your mic is muted.
So you can drip me off in badminton, but cricket is my forte.
Don't be too sure.
Definitely. And as you predicted, today MI just pulled off the leg of the accelerator, and then what's the result? We are seeing it here. So, hello, Ayushi. Welcome to the show.
Actually, when we were discussing the match, you mentioned very correctly that Kings 11 Punjab should have won the match when they needed just 37 runs off 25 balls with so many wickets in hand.
6.
But then they are known to be taking their foot off the accelerator at the wrong time, and they did that today as well. And if you ask me, they were fortunate to win because amazing save by Mayank Agarwal on the boundary line when he threw the ball in midair to Arshdeep Singh. So he not only saved the 6, he conceded only 2 runs, which means he saved 4 runs for his side. And it may not have made a difference because of the first ball 6 that Chris Gayle hit. But there could have been more of a psychological pressure if Kings 11 Punjab had been chasing 16 instead of 12.
Because 15 plus always has an advantage for the bowling side.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
So, Ayushi, you are there live?
Yes. Hi. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hi. Yes.
Hello.
Where is Monty Panesar?
Paji is joining. I have texted. Actually, I texted Paji that time is rescheduled after the first super over. Then, when the second super over started, I got a text from Paji, delayed again for the second super over.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll be joining us shortly.
Okay.
And yes, Ayushi, continue.
No, I think the entire match was amazing, and there were two super overs, as we said. But I think this was a very bowler-dominated game. This is, I think, one of the rare games, wherein the bowler had more power than the batsman. That's what I feel.
Okay, let me ask you one question. If you were asked to name the bowler who did the best through the whole day, who would you take? You'll
I
have to
think
look at.
Shami.
Yes, I agree with you. It was Shami Ahmed, Shami,
Lockie Ferguson was spot on.
Mohammad Shami, who was, yeah, to defend 5 runs is not easy, and against top Mumbai batsmen, and he did it with
Rohit
aplomb.
Sharma.
He did really, really, really
Yeah.
well. At the same time, we also should remember Lockie Ferguson, who gave
I
only
was
2 runs
mentioning
away.
that. Yeah.
Yes, gave only 2 runs away and helped KKR eventually win that
And
contest.
do you remember, sir, that yesterday we pointed out only 2 changes, and I think any KKR, any of the support staff from KKR was listening, and they had only 2 changes done. Kuldeep Yadav in, Lockie
Yeah,
Ferguson in. Spot
yeah.
on.
Well, Monty had said again and again that Lockie Ferguson deserved a game, and I think they brought him in at the right time for this very, very crucial game, because if they had lost this game, then their chances of qualification would have been virtually gone. Right now, they're still in the mix with 6 points. So, and they've got momentum on their side because now they've won their last 2 games. Kings 11 Punjab, I mean.
Yeah.
So,
And Paji is joining. Paji is joining. Paji is joining just in a few more. Yeah. So first, it was the evening game. We'll talk more about it. But first, talking about the afternoon game between the Sunrisers and the Kolkata Knight Riders. There, what I felt, I'll share and ask for your views as well. That apart from they had a very good opening partnership in the power play, they were 58 for no loss. I'm talking about SRH. Then David Warner was injured. He came at number 4. Priyam Garg at number 3. Do you think that the contribution which Indian contingent didn't give, Manish Pandey, Vijay Shankar, and this Priyam Garg, that actually hurt SRH?
yes, I would think so. I would think that's a very valid observation to make. Yeah, the Indian contingent did not contribute today much. And I did not get to know what was the injury actually to David Warner. Do you have any idea what was the actual injury?
I don't have the full idea, but I think there was something injury while fielding. I have Paji with us. Wait, I'm letting him join.
Okay.
Sat Sri Akal, Paji, how are you?
We can't
You're
hear
not
you. Your mic is not on, perhaps.
Is it now? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now we can hear
Sat
you.
Sri Akal, Paji.
Yes, Sat Sri Akal. How is everyone?
Paji,
I should add Sat Sri Akal and copy to all.
Yeah. पाजी पंजाब ने मुंबई को थल्ले लगा दिया आज.
Yeah, it's been one of the best games, like 2 super overs, a tied one, and this IPL just keeps getting better and better. It's like, gosh, I would love to know the viewing figures each week, how IPL is just getting massive.
It wasn't just the one game, Paji, it was both games. That means I would say this was arguably the best single one day in the history of the IPL in all 13 seasons.
Really? Wow, that's amazing. That's like
we didn't have 2 super overs in a day before this, and today we had 3. Means 2 in just a single game. See, this was and Punjab, mind you, Punjab were the bottom feeders. Mumbai was the top team.
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable day. It's been like, like a dream come true day for the IPL, for all the administrators, everyone organizing, the fans in India. I bet they can't sleep. They'll be up all night celebrating, and they've had the best entertainment in the world. So we in the UK, there was Tottenham versus West Ham. Normally there's a big Premiership match. No one had no interest. Tottenham were 3-0 up. No one had any interest. Everyone watching the IPL.
That's amazing.
That's why I got a text from you, delayed another super over. And I was actually busy in rescheduling the live. I did it 3 times today.
Good. Yeah, good.
Like I said, the best single day in the history of IPL's 13 seasons. This is what I feel. I've been watching it since it started in 2008, and this was really, really an amazing day of cricket.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So, Paji, your take on the first game, coming to the afternoon game between SRH and KKR. We were talking about the Indian contingent letting down SRH with no scores from Manish Pandey, Vijay Shankar, Priyam Garg. That actually made the difference.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, absolutely. It made a huge difference. I think, could there have been someone else who could have bowled the super over instead of Andre Russell? But we talked about yesterday, didn't we? We talked about Lockie Ferguson.
We talked about 2 changes, and we were spot on.
There were 3 things I remember talking about yesterday. One was you're talking about bringing in Lockie Ferguson. That happened. The second thing you talked about the over-reliance on Andre Russell, who was not performing, and that happened again today. And the third thing we talked about was when you and I both agreed on the likely winners of the second match. That was Kings 11 Punjab. Because they were more hungry, and because Mumbai Indians didn't seem hungry enough for that, 5th or 6th game in a row to win.
Yeah.
All 3 games.
Someone listened to you from the KKR support staff and had these 2 changes.
Well, it's like Owen Morgan. Owen Morgan has probably been listening to me, and it's funny, isn't it? One couple of players changes, couple of players come in, suddenly you start taking an interest in that team. Like Chris Gale coming back to a Punjab 11 has really got me so let me see what Punjab Kings are doing. But KKR as well, Owen Morgan, the captain. Like I saw DK today, and it was just like the whole weight is off his shoulders. He just felt so free, and he played. And we talked about that as well, didn't we? We said he should come at 6 at the last 5 overs. That's when he's better positioned against slightly the softer ball. And I guess someone's listening to our show.
Yeah, definitely. And Dinesh Karthik scored quick 29 while Morgan scored quick 34. But again, half-fit Russell bowled good last over, taking it to the tie. But again, in batting, it was a flop show. Couldn't blast.
Yeah. Look, I agree with you, Andre Russell. And it's another win. It means Andre Russell gets another go. That difficult conversation that Brendan McCullum, is probably trying to avoid as much as possible. It means that he doesn't have to have that conversation yet.
Yeah. You don't change a winning combination ideally ideally.
Yeah. So again, Baz will not take that hard call.
Yeah.
So I have Rohan with us. Rohan, you're live in the show. Welcome. You can make your point if any.
So first of all, I'm really happy that Punjab won this match. I was really hoping that I needed Punjab to win, and Punjab did win, even though it happened after 2 super overs. I'm really happy for that. And I'm the second thing that DK performed today. We saw DK batting really well. I'm really happy for him as well. And this is it. I'll ask my question later in the later half.
Okay. So now I'll move ahead for KKR. They had a good start, but again, see Nitish Rana. It's the 4th consecutive game for Nitish Rana as well. He's not performing. He made some 20s, 30s, 35s, even 40s, but that impactful innings is yet to come. So KKR has won the game, but there are loopholes which needs to be rectified. Your take, and after that, Shirish sir. Yes, Paji.
Yeah, look. I think the combination of Owen Morgan and DK definitely works. That sort of middle order combination, especially in the last 10 overs. Both of them together would definitely work with Andre Russell there. It's a question, isn't it? It's like, are we going to pick up on little details? With KKR, it's more of a relief, I think, for KKR that they were able to actually win the game, and that pressure, they must have been under immense pressure, the likes of Brendan McCullum, Owen Morgan, and it's kind of like that gamble of playing Andre Russell. You think, oh no, 50 half the run up is going to they're going to win. But it was yes, it's great to see KKR win another game of cricket.
One of the subtle things you may have noticed was that DK kept running up to Owen Morgan and the bowler at different times and chatting with them. In other words, although he's handed over the captaincy, he still feels that little sense of responsibility, and he's been contributing his 2 bits to Owen Morgan to try and get the best out of the KKR bowlers and the fielders. What do you think?
Yeah. Look, I think it's not just completely abandoning, DK with gloves and not listening to his opinion. And I think Owen Morgan, needs that sort of, like all teams, they have that sort of certain passages of the play. They listen to these players, and it's important. The keeper sees things that the captain doesn't, and he's able to, tell him, look, I reckon we should do this, we should do that. And it was a victory that I think kind of opens up the table, doesn't it? Like even today with Punjab Kings 11.
Both the victories today today open the table. Totally. It will keep the interest in the IPL live until the later stages. This is what I feel. True.
So now, Paji, are you there? I think he's a bit.
He's got frozen.
He got.
This is always equipment hassles. Ask me.
I'm
struggling with my.
I know, sir. I know, sir. Means you were in a trouble, if I'm not wrong, for 6 to 7 times in just a couple of days.
Yesterday.
Your
Yeah. My laptop has been just turning around and saying, you have just recovered from a terrible mishap or whatever it is, and we need to restart your machine. And it restarts. And then it goes through and again it restarts. And it does that 3-4 times. And that's you want to throw the damn thing out of the window. But well,
yeah,
we have to live with
it. We have him.
Yeah. Monty Panesar is back.
Now are we audible?
Yes. Sorry, I had another call coming through, but I've told him as an expert.
Paji, now quickly moving to the second game, means evening game where we had 2 super overs, super over 1.0 and 2.0. Talking about the Mumbai innings, their top order was shattered by young Arshdeep Singh, picking 2 wickets of Rohit and Ishan Kishan, while Shami picked up Surya Kumar Yadav. After that, don't you think it's the pedigree that Mumbai Indians has? It's the depth that Mumbai Indians has, and they reached a good total of 176 after they were 3 down at 38.
Yeah, look, actually, I'm thinking the other way around. When I looked at Mumbai Indians, they were 3-4, like you said.
For nothing.
Yeah. And normally there's a stat when I play 2020 that you lose 3 wickets in the first 6 overs, you got 80% chance of losing the match. And when them 3 got out, I looked at the middle order and I thought they actually look quite weak here. Even with the Pandya brothers there, they're sort of missing one kind of batsman, I think. But then with Kieran Pollard coming in at the back, he obviously, if it wasn't for his heroics, which going 15 and over, which doesn't happen very often, I do believe that Mumbai Indians are kind of light in batting if they lose a few wickets.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Kieran Pollard's record against
so many wickets early.
Yes. And look, Kieran Pollard. Yeah. Kieran Pollard's efforts were amazing. He took 54 runs in the last 3 overs, and not many players can do what he can do. But how often is that going to happen? What if they're in the playoffs? What if they're in the semi-final stage and they lose 3 wickets? Teams will be looking and thinking, guys, we can actually. Mumbai Indians are not invincible. We can beat them. They're very beatable. Their batting isn't as strong as it looks on paper.
Yeah.
This was always the
Now,
danger if they took their foot off the pedal. And I think they took their foot off the pedal this time, like we predicted
as you
yesterday.
mentioned yesterday. Yeah.
Yes. And this can hurt them now in the next few games. There are 5 games left still in the qualification stage. And unless they win the next game immediately, this could have negative repercussions on their progress through to the last 4 stage, I feel.
Yeah, look, I was watching the game, and obviously I was thinking about your comments yesterday. It looked like Punjab Kings are hungrier. They seem to, they've got this complacent attitude of like, we're the sort of cool boys, every youngster's got a tattoo, nice funky haircut, earring. It's like you got to look the part before you can become a Mumbai Indian player. Suddenly, like, every player has got a tattoo, like, printed all over their left arm or whatever it is.
What about the neck?
Yeah.
And he came out with
his paws. What about his paws on his back?
Yeah, entirely unnecessary, really.
So with the heavy heart, Siri sir yesterday predicted that KXIP will win, and it happened the same way.
Well, this was a real toss-up match, wasn't it? It could have gone either way so many times. But I think the main thing to remember here is that the almost invincible captain, Rohit Sharma, who has been doing really well all through, made any number of tactical mistakes today. And also Mumbai's fielding came under pressure. How many catches were dropped? At least 4 catches during the innings?
Yeah, I think 3 to 4
It was like
catches.
Shikhar Dhawan being let off 4 times before he had hit his 100. It was, a replay of that with Mumbai fielding today.
Yes, sir. And I have 2 important points to make and ask. First, Rahul made brilliant 77, but KXIP needed 37 in 24 balls, means 37 runs in 4 overs, 6 wickets in hand. They weren't able to actually chase it down. Again, a difference. Number 2, Rohit Sharma brought Jasprit Bumrah in the 18th over. His ace bowler when he needed a wicket, and he actually dismissed KL Rahul. Again, comparing with yesterday, Steve Smith didn't give the 19th over to Jofra Archer. So I want your comments on these 2 things. First, 37 of 54 they couldn't make. Second, Rohit Sharma's brilliance as captain in the 18th over, bringing Jasprit Bumrah.
I think we should hear Monty Panesar out on this.
Yeah, look, the first bit on I think Jasprit Bumrah, I felt where the game was going to be win and lost is Jasprit Bumrah when he came on. The crucial moment of the partnership between KL Rahul and Baburan, and he bowled that short ball, and I thought, he's hit it for 6, and he got out. I thought that was a turning point. His 20 balls were such a key moment that he's actually bowling really well and doing a brilliant job. And it's kind of been that catch, Colton Isle catch, square leg, brilliant catch, dropping it. But I think it was the attitude of the Mumbai Indians players today. Even the likes of Rohit Sharma had a smile on his face, smiling, relaxing, like, don't worry, guys, we'll win this game, no problem. And actually, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. I think Mumbai Indians are just sort of taking their foot off the gas and thinking it's Punjab Kings 11, bottom of the team. They'll find a way of losing. But this is a bit of a wake-up call now. This is like, guys, you guys want to look cool, but we need to deliver the job. And let's not get complacent. We've got a few more games to go.
That's the word I was waiting for. Complacent. That's the exact word that described Mumbai Indians today. And we had warned about this likely to happen today, and it did happen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, sorry. Yeah. Look. Yeah.
Good.
Absolutely, I agree with you. It was a complacency. You look at the body language. You look at the guys. You look at even the 12th man comes on. He has to have a funky haircut, little thing there. It's like the brand of Mumbai Indians cricket now. We are like aesthetically we need to look good. which is great, because it's a brand you're selling. I remember Real Madrid football team. There were certain players that couldn't get in because it's a brand image. You need to look that part to sell the products, which I understand. It's a brand thing that they have. This is our brand. But when you see the captain smiling, smirking, and not taking it so seriously, it's like, there you go, guys. If you guys are going to take your foot off the gas, there's a hungry team out there, and they were hungry. And they showed today that we desperately want to stay in this competition. And it was good on Punjab Kings 11 to show that attitude.
It would have been a travesty of justice. If you ask me, it would have been a travesty of justice had Mumbai Indians managed to win this particular match in the second super over.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what defined Punjab Kings 11 today was that full toss 6 when Chris Gale dismissed it.
Yes.
And the way he dismissed it is actually, you can see Anil Kumble, my 50th birthday. But you know what I really want? I want a Punjab Kings 11 win. And you can see, he could see that Anil Kumble fighting spirit sitting there, desperately just wants a win. And that's what I agree with you guys. There's a team who's so hungry to win, and there's another team who's showing a bit of complacency, and it kind of showed, and it didn't look good. It didn't look good on the field, and people are going to start sort of looking into it. Not yet, but maybe next game, see how they behave and how they carry themselves. But I like the attitude of Punjab Kings 11, bottom of the table. They've had so many games that they could have won, and it could have been a different ball game if they won few of them games. But they haven't given up. They haven't given up, and that is that's the kind of attitude which the likes of the other teams will be looking at and they're thinking, guys, Punjab Kings 11 are a serious team. Let's not take them lightly. But with Mumbai Indians, I'm sure there's teams out there be thinking we can actually beat Mumbai Indians. Punjab Kings have given us the belief that we can take them down as well.
Definitely, as you mentioned, that 6 of Chris Gale was a clincher. Now we have Anurag with us. Yes, continue, Paji.
Yeah, it was just the way he dismissed it. It wasn't just a 6. It was like a 6. Bang! We want to win here. We're here to win. That was the attitude. While when you look at Mumbai Indians, Rohit Sharma smirking away, having a laugh, laughing off, whatever. It's like, all right, guys, you guys got the tattoos, the earrings, the cool guys, nice haircuts, nice little, Hardik Pandya is the leading guy when it comes to, he gets a gold medal for looking the coolest. Nice little slick haircut, looking so cool and all this. And it's, guys, the more cool you're going to look, sooner you're going to be bored. You may not even be, you could be missing the playoffs if you're not careful. So it's, it's a wake-up call for Mumbai Indians.
Yeah. So now I have Anurag with us. Anurag, starting with you, do you have any questions?
Yes, I do have a question. First of all, I'm very happy to see 2 good fast Indian bowlers who are doing well in the super over. Both were on top of their game. So I have a question to Monty, that which bowlers Yorker did you find the most accurate if you compare Shami and Bumrah?
Jasprit Bumrah is just amazing. Amazing. I watched him bowl and I thought that ball when he got Agarwal out, it was, I've been watching some of the clips. I've seen so many other batters. Their bat is halfway down and the stumps are out of the ground. It's like the ball, it needs that one frame. The ball is already ahead. And Jasprit Bumrah was that. Like when he came on to bowl against Puran, that seam position, even Chris Gale, first 2 deliveries, he's like, wow, what a bowler. What a find that has been for Mumbai Indians and for Indian cricket. He's unbelievable. And I liked his attitude. Jasprit Bumrah, go in there, bang, whacking it, great bowling. it's look, it's only one game. It's not a huge problem, but he'll probably sit down and think, where did we lose this? Where did we lose this game? And I would probably say it was at the first 6 overs when they lost the 3 wickets. They put themselves under pressure. They could have got probably up to 200 if they batted well, and they would have been out. Yeah, Punjab Kings would have been out of the game. So anything 160, 180. If Mumbai Indians can post, there's other teams they can actually beat them.
Yeah. So now moving to Rohan. Hello, Rohan. You are again live. I think your mic is.
Yeah, it's open now.
Perfect.
So my one question would be that as we saw Jasprit Bumrah bowling against Kings and Punjab, we saw KL Rahul coming up the order. So was it a bad choice, KL Rahul coming in the first over and not having Chris Gayle? And it was somewhat a revenge taken from KL Rahul, Chris Gayle hitting the 6 on the very first ball when he came out to bat in the second super over.
Well, it's interesting to see how everyone has a different viewpoint, which I haven't actually picked up on. I think it's to do with, from a cricketing perspective, who's the batsman in form? Who sees it like a beach ball? Is KL Rahul? He's batted the longest there. So that was the decision. So obviously, second time round, you cannot have, the same batters in. Then it obviously makes it quite sensible to have, Chris Gayle coming in. But it's revenge. I think it's a bit of a harsh word, if you ask me. It's a bit aggressive, that. I'm not sure revenge in what way, but maybe you guys can elaborate.
No, definitely. As you mentioned, revenge can't be a very apt word to use.
Yeah, but he wanted to show. He wanted to prove that yes, I do have that much of caliber and I can perform at this stage, and he has done earlier as well. He's a universe boss.
Is that K? Oh, universal boss. Well, the thing is, right? You know what? Chris Gayle's at 41. He's an old guy. We are all human. Until we don't perform like we used to perform, you're always going to think and have that. Are we not going to? But it's the IPL brand, isn't it? Universal being the boss, dismissing sixes, bang, that's it, man. And he's got the bat there and he's showing that universal boss. This is part of the IPL brand, again, Mumbai Indian brand, the way the cricketers are, tattoos, bling, that's the brand there. So every team has its own brand. But also the brand of cricket is a quality of cricket. Like today we've had super overs, we've had amazing games. I told you now, we have Premiership football being played here. Tottenham were 3-0 up. No one even took any notice. Everyone was watching IPL because of the quality of cricket. End of the day, it doesn't matter the showmanship that everyone shows. It's the quality of the fielding today, the quality of Kieran Pollard's hitting. Then we saw Jasprit Bumrah's bowling. Then we saw Chris Gayle at the end, KL Rahul's innings. That's what people watch, The other stuff is here or there, Why is IPL such a big brand all over the world? It's because it's the quality, You can have the most sensible cricketers, well behaved. If they play quality cricket, that's what people are attracted to. And then there's a commercial aspect where everyone needs to have a brand and they need to sell their products, T-shirt sales, shirt sales, and being cool, I'll be honest with you, sells, being fashionable, having a swag. People will buy more shirts. People will probably buy Hardik Pandya's new shirt because of his new haircut. And that's a commercial aspect. Yeah.
As you mentioned, don't you think this is what leagues are being conducted globally, if I'm not wrong, in 7 to 8 cricketing nations. But what makes IPL apart is the quality of cricket, less of gimmickry and more of the quality of cricket. Do you agree?
Yeah, look, we've seen, for example, like it's the quality of bowling compared to the batting. That's we don't see in other leagues as often. Like Jasprit Bumrah today was against Chris Gale, and Chris Gale didn't know what to do, and look how quick he was bowling. That is what we're really watching. If you want to just sum up IPL, that's what it is. Jasprit Bumrah bowling quick and fast, and there's Chris Gale who can't even get a bat on ball to it. Then, when he's in form, he hits these blistering sixes. So this is a polarization of the IPL. You have these unbelievable spells where you think, wow, that is crazy. And then half an hour later, you're seeing amazing fielding, bang, you're seeing big sixes. And that is what IPL is. The quality of cricket is probably unbelievable at the moment. High level stuff.
Agreed. So now moving to Nitesh ji, last question of the day, last viewer. Nitesh ji,
just one more question if I can have it, Utkarsh.
Please be quick as Paji has to leave.
Yeah, sure. So was Trent Bolt the right choice for the second super over? If you would be there in place of Rohit Sharma, would you be going with Trent Bolt?
Look, I probably would have gone with Trent Bolt. Full toss, was that really the right option? Probably not. And he's been the best bowler. Maybe I would have bowled, like an in-swinging ball to him, not in the slot, maybe short. But that's cricket for you. He's bowled a full toss. He probably thought he would missed it, but he, put it out of the park.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So now Nitesh ji, आप अपना पूछ सकते हैं सवाल. Now you can just go ahead.
नमस्कार पाजी.
हाँ जी, हाँ, आप कैसे हो?
मैं बढ़िया हूँ, आप बताएं आप कैसे हैं जी?
हाँ, ठीक ठाक.
जी पाजी, आपसे मेरा सवाल था, जैसे अभी आपने बात की क्वालिटी की, जो आईपीएल में इतना अच्छा स्टैंडर्ड सेट किया क्रिकेट का वर्ल्ड में लीग के रूप में पर क्या एम्पायरिंग की क्वालिटी लेक नहीं कर रही है पाजी, जिस स्टैंडर्ड का आईपीएल है? और इसी से रिलेटेड दूसरा क्वेश्चन है कि जो इंसिडेंट्स चेन्नई के पिछले मैच में हुआ, जब धोनी ने एम्पायर को फोर्स किया, वो भी इंटरनेशनल एम्पायर पॉल रिफेल जैसे एम्पायर को, जो इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट खेल चुके हैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया से, कि वो धोनी और शार्दुल ने उनके ऊपर प्रेशर डाला और उन्होंने अपना डिसीजन चेंज किया. तो इस पर आपकी क्या राय है बाजी, ये जानना.
क्या होता ना, समटाइम क्या होता है, हम देखें जब ट्रेंट बोल्ट ने अच्छा वो योकर डाला था जस्ट आउटसाइड लेग स्टंप था एंड कुछ सही था, और कोई अंपायर होते वो वाइड देते, पर
बिल्कुल.
अब हम एक तो बात ये भी है, आईपीएल में हम ये भी नहीं चाहते दैट सब इंटरनेशनल अंपायर हों. इंडिया के भी अंपायर होने चाहिए, बिकॉज एंड ऑफ द डे इट्स अ इंडियन प्रोडक्ट आईपीएल, एंड इंडिया के अंपायर भी डेवलप होने चाहिए. दिस इज अ opportunity for Indian umpires to learn and succeed. So mistakes तो होंगे, humor error सब करते हैं, पर अंपायर को फिर aggressive होना जैसे धोनी थे. I think एक बात तो ये है that Dhoni is under extreme pressure because he desperately wants to win. He's showing behaviors of desperation now. And दूसरी बात ये है that कितना बड़ा डिसीजन था, प्रेशर डाल के फिर उसने नहीं वाइड दिया. एक बार ही कर दिया, चलो ठीक है, but do it again, do it 3 or 4 times, and umpire under pressure, senior player दूसरी टीमों में ऐसे करेंगे, then it does not look good. Then it's like, guys,
example for the league.
हाँ, so एक दो बारी ठीक है, माफी है, बट जो हो सीनियर प्लेयर ऐसे करने लग गए, फिर अच्छी बात नहीं. लीग का अंपायर को भी अच्छी रिस्पेक्ट देनी चाहिए.
जी, जैसे पाजी ऐसा हो ही रहा है कि जो हर टीम में एक जो सीनियर प्लेयर है या बहुत बड़ी प्रोफाइल का प्लेयर है, स्टार प्लेयर है, वो कहीं ना कहीं एम्पायर को थोड़ा प्रेशर में डालता है. और जो इंडियन एम्पायर है वो जल्दी प्रेशर में आते हैं, क्योंकि उन्हें अभी ज्यादा एलिट पैनल में नहीं है वो आईसीसी के, और ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, तो वो थोड़ा जल्दी प्रेशर में आते हैं, क्योंकि उनका एक प्रोफेशन है, वो चाहते हैं कि हम इसको भी एम्पायरिंग में आगे बढ़ना है, तो वो थोड़ा प्रेशर में आते हैं. इस पर कुछ आई थिंक जरूर बदलाव होना चाहिए, टेक्नोलॉजी का ज्यादा यूज होना चाहिए, और एम्पायर का प्रेशर थोड़ा कम करना चाहिए।
एंड बिफोर पाजी आंसर्स मैं बता दूं सिर्फ तीन इंटरनेशनल अंपायर्स हैं, जस्ट 3 इंटरनेशनल अंपायर्स।
हाँ 3 इंटरनेशनल अंपायर्स है। एंड लोग, मैं जब खेलता था ना, मैं भी अंपायर के रूम में जाके, अच्छा है, हाउ यू डूइंग, कैसे हो आप, सब ठीक है। फिर क्या होता था, फिर जब हम एक मुझको मालूम है ये अंपायर के साथ मैं करना, बॉलिंग में डालूंगा बिकॉज मेरा रिलेशनशिप अच्छा है। एंड समटाइम मैं अंपायर को भी पूछता था, मैं क्या ये मैं इसको अपील करूं क्या होगा, कहता नहीं मोंटी ऑफ स्टंप पे है, थोड़ा सीधा होएगा और डेफिनेटली गिव इट अप, ठीक है। सो एक रिपोर्ट बनता है, एक रिलेशनशिप बनता है। फिर क्या होता है ना, बेस्ट अंपायर मेरे हिसाब से था साइमन टफल। पर साइमन टफल का एक रिलेशनशिप बड़ा बैलेंस था, सब प्लेयरों को सही तरह बताना था, चलो ये लाइन में आउट है, ये थोड़ा वाइड है। um, पर जो नहीं आउट था ना, वो भी नहीं देना था, यू नो, ही नेवर फेल्ट अंडर प्रेशर। एंड ये एक बैलेंस की बात होती है, दैट अंपायर ऐसे भी ना होवे अंडर प्रेशर में कह दूं सब अपील कर रहे हैं चलो मैं दे दूं, ठीक है। एंड ऐसा ये भी ना होवे, ओ मैं एलीट अंपायर में डालना चाहता हूँ, इसको मैं ज्यादा फेवर करूंगा, इसको मैं देने लग जाऊंगा। फिर वो क्या होएगा ना, ही विल ही विल गेट फाउंड आउट बिकॉज एक कोई गेम होगी, बिकॉज एक जजमेंट होती है अंपायर की, मसल मेमोरी में वो जजमेंट पे जाती है। चलो जब ऑफ स्टंप पे होती है बॉल, मैं आउट देता हूँ, मिडल में आउट देता हूँ, वो सब अंपायर का एक जजमेंट होता है। सो अंपायर का एक ट्रेनिंग होती है, जैसे जब वो जज करते हैं वो सही तरह से जजमेंट देनी चाहिए। सो जे ऐसे करने लगे ना, वो फिर अंपायर विल गेट फाउंड आउट, यू नो, ही मस्ट बी एक बैलेंस अप्रोच है, दैट्स मैं खिलाड़ी का हेल्प भी करूं पर मेरे जजमेंट भी सही होने चाहिए। एंड दैट्स हाउ यू विल गेट एट द एलीट लेवल। बट जे आप ऐसे सोचेंगे चलो धोनी बड़ा प्लेयर है, रविंद्र जडेजा है, ऑफ स्टंप में डाला, चलो मैं दे देता हूँ, एंड इट्स अंपायर को he reviews it and it's not out, फिर वो अंपायर में बहुत बैड लगता है जजमेंट। सो ये है, अभी टेक्नोलॉजी ने ऐसा कर दिया ना अंपायर को, चलो थोड़ा फेवर तो है, हाफ बॉल अंपायर का डिसीजन होएगा, थोड़ा सा जो लग भी जाएगा क्लिप करके, चलो अंपायर ने दे दिया आउट है, ऐसी इतनी तो माफी होएगी। पर जो कोई बड़ा मिस होएगा ना, वो अंपायर इज अकाउंटेबल, यू नो, बिकॉज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी। सो जो एलीट भी, आप कोई अंपायर ने एलीट अंपायर बनना चाहते हैं, they will still, technology will still address them and see, right, ऐसी जजमेंट कैसी है ये अंपायर की। So technology is stopping umpires to take favor, you know, because पता है that जे मैं फेवर कर दूं किसी की, technology will show it to me and सब दुनिया देखेगी, and then that doesn't look good on me. So that's why I, like you said with your question, अंपायर किसी का फेवर लेंगे, नहीं फेवर लेंगे, वो लेंगे फेवर, पर दिमाग में वो ये भी मालूम है जब रिव्यू करेंगे ना एंड गलत डिसीजन होएगा, it looks bad on me. So that's why I think umpires want to make accurate and proper decisions.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, the relationship with the umpire, Ajay Jadeja was very good at that. Anji, good morning sir, good afternoon sir. Ajay Jadeja was really good, और ये उन्होंने खुद ही बताया है।
ये सब यही करते हैं, मैं भी ऐसे ही करता था जब काउंटी क्रिकेट खेलते, एंड मैं एक दो बार किया, अंपायर ने यू नो, जब टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं होती वो फिर दे देते हैं। आई एम थिंकिंग चलो, यू नो, हम 90 ओवर्स फील्ड में नहीं करना चाहते हैं, 20 ओवर की गेम है, बट ऐसा होता है, यू नो, नेचुरली बैट्समैन अंपायर कोई बॉलर को ज्यादा फेवर करते हैं, कोई कम करते हैं। सो ये नेचुरल बात है, यू नो, एंड एक एफर्ट की बात है, जो आप एफर्ट बनाओगे कोई अंपायर के साथ एंड उसको बुलाओगे, उसके साथ अच्छा रखोगे, फिर वो नेचुरली फेवर करेगा, यू नो। ये ह्यूमन इस दिस इज ह्यूमन नेचर, यू नो। जैसे प्रेम, जो आप प्रेम कोई खिलाड़ी को दोगे, कोई अंपायर को कहोगे, प्रेम की बात होती है ना। एंड इफ यू डू ऑल दीज नाइस जेस्चर्स with your good gesture from your heart, naturally वो फेवर करेंगे, वो कहेंगे, you know, और तो कोई मेरी पूछता नहीं है, अरे जडेजा था आके मेरी पूछता है, इसको मैं दे ही दूं ना, ये नेचुरल है।
Yes. So Paji, it was again a fun catching up with you, और कल लगता है कि हिंदी में भी कुछ डिस्कशन होना चाहिए, because आज हिंदी वाला और engrossing हुआ. So again, a very fine day. Thanks a lot, Paji, for joining us. Hopefully, we'll meet tomorrow at 11:45 p.m. IST and 7:50 UK time. So thanks a lot, viewers, for joining in again. And we'll meet tomorrow at the same time, 11:45 p.m. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Paji, Rohan,
Bye, Paji.
Utkarsh ji.
Thank you.
Bye, Utkarsh.
Good night.
Good night, Paji. Good night. Good night.